Let me tell you what styling is.
White bitches. Yeah.
Cash app this man.
Most cars, most guns, most bitches.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of shit going on. I ain't got time.
It's for the culture.
It's for the culture. I get it. You listen. Can y'all hear stuff? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Trying to make sure my shit is up, man. It's been a minute. Well, I was just here a minute ago, but it's been a minute since I had squad in the house. That solo podcast stuff is kind of fun sometimes. It's kind of like that is my therapy.
Yeah.
The solo podcast is
purging.
like, cause like at the end of that hour, I was like, oh, you getting into some shit right now.
Oh, do you do that? Where you talking to the? Yeah.
I was talking. I'm just like, and I'm like last 20 minutes of the last episode 230. I was just like, I keep going right now. Like I'm in a zone of like thought and thinking. I'm like, damn. I was talking about just people blind outrage and just being mad at whatever, don't even know the ins and outs about things, just like being mad because your friend's mad or the news tell you to be mad, and that just flew you into a whole different topics, and then bring you to a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So
when you go into a solo, free thoughts. That's how
Right.
my comedy comes up. People how you come up with your comedy. Like I lock myself in a room for like an hour and just talk to myself.
yeah.
And then whatever makes me laugh, I'm like, okay, that was psychotic. I think the audience is gonna like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Psychotic is always the way to go. It's like, damn,
Yeah.
if that's crazy, everybody else think it's crazy. We'll be laughing. We'll be crazy together.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Hey guys, your man Monty Styles, aka Style, look, Monty Merlot Styles, man, back quarantine, sometimes Styles I like. Blow, fallback, that one time person could stop smoking, stop. Sock Daddy, audio styles. I kept them damn files. I hate babies. I keep forgetting that's there. Jeez, and today is episode 231. We're talking podcast. I feel amazing. If you can't hear it in my throat, I was sick. And it's not, pause. It's not fun, but no COVID. Thank goodness for that. I did check that, double check that out. It's like once you get COVID, you kind of feel like you know when you got COVID and when you don't got COVID.
Yeah.
I'm like, this don't feel bad. Like, I just feel like I got a little bug, and I was sick. I felt it Monday night, and then Tuesday I was like, it's there. You just be in denial. They be like, nah, it's gonna go away.
Yeah.
And then you start hearing your voice and shit. You start sounding like Gerald from Hey Arnold when he lost his tonsils. And I'm like, man, this is. But I feel amazing. I felt amazing yesterday. I'm no longer coughing. Like that's the last thing that happens for me. I go through like the fever, a little scratchy throat, mucus. I've never seen so much mucus in my life. See it blowing my nose. I'm like, what am I blowing out of me? Like this was like Ghostbusters, like coming out of my body. And then the coughing is like the last of it. Like, come on, let's back in there. No, this out. So today, I don't know how I sound, and I've been editing people that actually are sick too. So it's like been a lot of sick shit going on. So you guys be the judge. Let me know. But today we have two. Not sick guests.
Sick in some ways.
Sick in some way. And trust me, that's why I waited my time. I'm like, if I felt bad today, I would have told y'all to come. I'm like, I want to make y'all sick, whatever. But like, no longer contagious. I'm good.
I tell you, man, I got kids.
Yeah.
So like,
right.
I never get. I might get sick, but it's very hard for me to get sick because I'm like, those kids are good.
Right.
Petri dish for diseases.
For a fact, your immune system is like unlike anything else.
Yeah.
Same thing like working at a hospital. Like I used to be a nursing assistant, so like I work at a hospital and like never get sick. But then like if I take 2 weeks off vacation, I'm like, oh god, I'm sick. Like because your body wasn't in that germ sphere for those days.
Kids could get sick and be good the next day though. Like I don't understand. Like they just be sick all the time though.
Yeah.
No, only if it's the summer and if they got shit to do. But if it's during the school year, no, they gonna be sick.
Yeah.
They gonna be sick for the whole month.
Oh,
yeah. You're right. My son, we actually threw him a little birthday party because his birthday's on Christmas. So we decided to do it Friday.
Christmas, baby.
Christmas, but nobody shows up. So we're like, let's do it the night. Yo, he got a fever at 3:00 in the afternoon. His party was at 6. 3:00 in the afternoon, and he was like, I'm hot. And I'm like, yo, baby, like take this Tylenol, take a nap, wake up, and you'll feel better. Yo, tell me how that kid has not had a fever after that 1 hour nap. Like
Really?
I've never seen it because he's like, I do not want to miss this party.
Yeah.
My friends are
He's like,
coming.
"We'll
I got
do
You're
it."
dedicated.
He's
It's
like,
like, give me the sweat box, please. You know,
do this.
the therapeutic, get everything.
And Vic's vapor.
Big Zay
Yeah.
right in the chest.
Right.
Ay, Dios mío.
How old was he then?
Yeah, he's 6. Gonna be 7 on Christmas.
Okay, so yeah, you're saying big words. You don't even know what the fuck. Give me the stethoscope.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
I need to like
let's
take this out. You know, come on, man.
My blood pressure's 180.
My white blood cells not where they need to be. It's like, why do you know all this?
Give me some electrolytes.
If you guys have never heard this voice before, because you never heard this voice before on my podcast, you know, this is a new guest. You know, and he goes by the name of
Che Guerrero. Sorry, did I
Okay.
say too much? Like Che Guerrero on this.
No, you say it the way it's
say
meant to
it
be
the white
said.
way.
Oh, Chai. Oh, Chai T. Guerrero.
Chai Latte Guerrero.
Chai Latte Guerrero.
Sound like, you know, the Starbucks, they're trying to like, you know.
Chai.
Yeah.
Chai.
Chai. What do they say when you go to Starbucks?
Yeah, no, I just
They say Chi?
No, I go. I tell my girl like, go put Amy. That's a white name. Go put Amy. Just
Amy?
say Amy. Amy.
Somebody taking that drink.
Yeah. Somebody else. He's with Che. They be like, I don't think it's me.
Now you have your own podcast as well.
Yeah.
What do you call that podcast?
My undocumented ass podcast.
Hey.
It's where I talk to other people who, like myself, grew up undocumented because it's an experience, man. It's you fall in and out of status, so it's very. I find that the more I do the show, the more that people who have never gone through the undocumented experience don't realize that it's not a linear thing that you fall in and out of all the time. So that's why like people nowadays are trying to be like, we got you, motherfucker. We know you got some papers. I'm like, yeah, that I'm about to lose in a year, you dumbass. I've been saying that on my podcast. I'm gonna lose my status. Like, so that's what
it's like it's work you gotta do.
Yeah, this work gotta do
Constantly
before.
keep up with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I didn't tell you before. I mean, the sponsor of this podcast is ICE. It's the only podcast sponsored by.
It was nice knowing y'all. Fuck the boat. The only podcast sponsored by
You got him. We got him. Got him, Bucko.
We need to get him drunk. Look at him.
Look at him.
Without
Look at
the
him.
That's
liquor.
ready.
Smoking weed.
Before the show.
Right. You know, no. Well, do you have any AKs?
Yeah, Che Guerrero is my AK. My legal name, I'll tell you. Okay, my legal name is Miguel Dalmau. I was born. Yeah.
Oh, they're really gonna find your ass now.
Yeah, they're really gonna find me. They know me. They know who I am. They know every alias. They ask me too. Like when I do paper, like, do you have a new alias? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing comedy. I say it like that too, but they say like, are you dealing? And I'm like, it's just for comedy. It's Che Guerrero. You guys can look me up. Like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I just had these dimes in my pockets for comedy. That's all it was.
That's all it was.
Yeah,
I
like
did
a
the
hair tie
experience.
on your car. Meanwhile, like wherever you go.
I gotta tag that
And they
everywhere.
do have real life experiences.
Yeah.
And you know, you've heard this voice before, this sultry ass, sexy ass voice in the background. You know, she be doing things. She be out here bigging it up, big timing.
You know I get shy when you introduce.
I know. I don't know
I
why.
don't know why.
You're a whole different person on the mic.
I'm a whole different person. I hate myself.
I put the mic like right in front of her. She's like, you know, I'm gonna be loud. I'm like, no, you're not. Oh, I didn't tell you the story. Well, introduce yourself again to the people that don't know you.
It's Melinda.
And say it like you talk for real.
It's Melinda Rosa on Instagram. That's why I be getting these like random ass like follows from I don't know what.
What the people with the symbols in their name?
No, just I don't know. I don't know where they be coming from. So and maybe from here. So if y'all know me from Melinda Rosa, that's my Instagram. Melinda.
Yeah.
Just crave for my sofrito. You know what I'm saying?
You know when I look you up, I always just type in MEL. I never type in the MI. I always just looking for your name.
All right, so
Melinda.
it's like a cheesy thing that that came up like that because bartending and stuff like that. All those years, well, when I was bartending and stuff. So my first and middle name is Melinda Rosa. My last name is Lugo, Melinda Rosa Lugo. And so when I would introduce myself, I'd be like, just being funny, just being silly, but you got to interact with people. I'd be like, when they be like, oh, ¿cómo te llamas? I'd be like, Melinda Rosa. And sometimes at that time, at one time, I used to wear a rose, like a clip with like a little rose. So I used to be acting real silly about it, just Melinda Rosa. And so, of course, I just turned that into my Instagram name. But it was cute because I would say Melinda and they'd be like, ay, Melinda. And I'm like, Melinda Rosa, ay, Melinda Rosa. They would make like a whole thing about it. It's really cheesy.
It works.
It's really cheesy, but it worked.
You gotta stay on brand. You gotta keep doing
Tip
it.
wise, you know what I'm saying?
It's also a fun way to actually learn your real name.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's Melinda Rosa. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have a whole different name for your,
Yeah. My thing is a lot more personal. My thing is just my legal name. I was named after my father, but then I found out some like disturbing stuff about my father. But I already been doing comedy for a long time, and my dad was the kind of egotistical maniac that it's like, when you make it, I make it. And then when I found out stuff, I was like, you know what? I want to make it on my own.
Separation of identity.
Yeah, and also like I was like, once I change my name to Che, I need to like live by a different moral code than my father was making me live by. So I every time I fuck up now, I take it very personal, because now it's Che fucking up. It's not just it's not the stupid little Miguel's son, that was raised terribly. Now it's my fault.
Can I say, let me add to that, like my son and I were actually just having this conversation the other day. So man, he would have just really dug into that. My son was initially named after his father, but at like the hospital before he left, like just a lot of things leading up to it was just, and it's an honor to be named after your father. So I changed his name, and so my son brought this up the other day, and he went through some things with his dad, and they don't really have a relationship anymore. But he brought up to me randomly saying like, I feel like I'm glad I'm not named after him. He's like, I feel like my whole identity. So it's so interesting you're saying that. He's like, my whole identity and my whole life would be really different if I was named after him. And so he's like, I feel like my name suits me, and I've made something of like my personality and the way he is, And I was like, wow, like I wouldn't have thought something like that. So it's interesting to hear you say that.
My whole life, whenever I heard Miguel Dalmau, it was not directed at me. It was always like because of him. Like if I was a 16-year-old kid who got drunk, they were like, todos los Miguel Dalmau son alcohólicos. It's like all Miguel Dalmaus are alcoholics. If I had a girlfriend and I liked another girl, all Miguel Dalmaus are fucking cheaters. So I couldn't make my own mistakes. It was too much on him. So now when people, like I do something, be like, Miguel, I was like, no. You're not. Nope, that's Che's mistake. All right? You know what I mean? I got to own up to it. But don't just compare me to my dad for no fucking reason other than you're doing it.
No, but you know what the next thing is, right? It's not Che's mistake anymore. Now it's porque tú eres dominicano.
Oh yeah, now it's because I'm Dominican. Now it's just yeah. Although it's true, I was just talking about this too.
I need you to translate.
Oh my bad. It's that code switch happens.
Are we doing? Are we code switching?
You don't even.
Are we Spanishing English?
I mean, I didn't know what you said. Switched up on me.
I said,
white bitches.
So basically, it happens like okay. The new excuse is not just like it's Che's problem, right? It's now because he's Dominican.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah, now it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can never escape something.
Where'd you get Che from? I mean, outside the Revolutionary, or?
Well, actually, that's what it was. But it wasn't just because of. That's why people come at me like, you named yourself after a fucking murder. I'm like, first of all, he killed a lot of rich white people, so I'm fucking all right, whatever. But anyways, but no, it was because again, when I hear Miguel, it felt so much like poison, and when I found out that Che actually means buddy, it's actually a phrase in Argentine that means hello. It means you're like, hey Che, ¿cómo está? Like buddy. So I loved the idea that it means buddy. When you're calling me your buddy, and I love that. And then Guerrero is because that's my mom's last name. So when I told her that I want to change my name, I was like, I'm gonna change my last name to Guerrero because we don't have any treasures in our house, so your last name is the closest thing we have to an heirloom. So I'm gonna take that and ride with it,
That's sweet.
And so that's why I'm Che Guerrero.
So wait, you went through the legal process and everything to get your name changed, or it's just like your stage name?
It's I want to go through the legal process, but here's something that you asked that not a lot of people realize. So like I'm a green card recipient that I'm about to lose it, right? But if you decide, so if like you as an American citizen, you want to change your name to, I don't know, fucking Nevada, whatever the hell you want to change it to, it's $14. Like you just go, you be like, my name's Nevada, and they be like, whatever, your name's Nevada.
$14?
$14 to change your name.
Forever?
Forever. if you're a U.S. citizen, remember that if you're a citizen, if you are somebody like me, like a green card holder, I would have to pay probably $1,200 to get all my paperwork, and I would have to give a full review for them to know why I want to do this. So I literally have to put myself through the whole immigration system again just to depart myself from this abusive name that I have. So, and that's why I thought like when I would become a citizen, then when you become a citizen, then it's like you can just do it for $14. And then when the government was like, nah, you can't become a citizen, we actually want to deport you. So I'm like, fuck. Okay, so now like I'm stuck with this name. I can't change it. Like it's a very
things are so much more complicated.
So much more complicated. Nobody realized
$14 is blowing me away,
isn't it?
Like,
isn't it?
I'm like,
Yeah.
Like I just crossed the name out on the birth certificate on the in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the name was out
I don't
there.
think
Dad. My father signed it,
Yeah.
and then I crossed it out, put the new name on top, and then submitted the
And
paperwork.
that's it. You know,
I mean, yeah. Once you do that, I mean, I guess it's
I was legit talking to my partner this morning because she's white, grew up in America, and I was telling her like it's really annoying that like all my IDs cancel at the same time because they go with what your green card is. So like my driver's license, everything that I have expires on the same day, so I become undocumented on all platforms. And she goes, "That's crazy. They renew it every 10 years for me," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what they do for you." She's like, "Yeah, why don't they just do that for you?" I'm like, "You're not getting that I have papers that correlate with the government." She just wasn't saying like, "Why don't they just give it to you every 10 years?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Because that's not how it works for us."
And you know what I imagine that you get because she's white and you
Yeah.
guys are together and maybe talking about like having to do this. I'm sure so many people have given you the magic solution of why don't you just marry her? They say it all the time, don't they?
Yeah. And it actually,
that explains more about what we talked about earlier.
which is what that
other stuff.
Yeah. No, I was married. That's actually how I got this far. But my issue is that this is how fucked up the immigration system. If you guys want to know all this fucked up shit, so the government found out something about me, right? So they're like, you shouldn't even have your green card. We found stuff out about you. We actually, if you try to become a citizen, we will deport you because we know you fucked up. However, if you let go of your green card and then get like remarried and start all over and then tell us when you get to that point where you lied to us, you tell us the truth now, we'll let you through. I'm like, why? Why are you making me go all the way to the beginning just to get through the same fucking steps? So when I get to that point that I lied to you, I'm like, yeah, you're right. You guys called me. I lied last
That's
time I was here.
crazy.
Isn't that bananas?
nuts, dog.
It's like thousands of dollars I got to pay again just to start over, just to tell them the truth that they already know.
They just want to make things difficult. That's just what it is.
Well, hey guys, it's episode 231.